It's another Sunday sports weekend, and we right here to talk about it right here on the replay. So hold on tight, buckle up. We're about to do this thing live, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's go. Thank you for joining me again. I'm your host, Jabril Rashad, Real Deal Jabril. We're right here live on the Replay Sports Show, coming to you on the digital airways of YouTube as well as Facebook Live. So we got another sports weekend we want to get into and talk about this NFL Sunday. A lot has transpired. I know many of y'all probably was watching that Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills game as the Bills hold off the Kansas City Chiefs 31-20. 31-20. They finally broke through. Well, I can't say really broke through because it's not, you may have won the battle, but you may still lose the war, as they say. But the Buffalo Bills, this one goes down in the archives for them because the Kansas City Chiefs, man, and Patrick Mahomes, they've been doing them boys in for years now, especially when it counts. Especially when it counts. I don't know if they're going to be able to translate this over into the postseason if they were to meet again in the playoffs. But that's the Kansas City Chiefs' first loss of the season. And 10-1 is not bad. 10-1 is not bad. And I'll definitely take it, given that the Dallas Cowboys right now are sitting at 3-6. But with a game waiting on tomorrow, which we'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills go to 9-2. And they move another game closer. Who knows? Still got a little bit more football left, and anything can happen on any given Sunday. So we want to recap real quickly here on the NFL weekend, as well as other things that took place over the weekend with college football. We're going to see how those college playoffs are starting to shape up. A lot of great football this weekend. And yes, we got to talk about that. I don't know what you want to call that debacle, man, or whatever the case may be. The Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. Mike Tyson returned in the ring after a 4-year hiatus with Roy Jones, but we all know that was just an exhibition. But he haven't had a real fight in over 20-some-odd years. And guess what? It's still over 20-some-odd years because that wasn't a real fight on Friday evening at all. But let's go get into this NFL. Of course, we saw that the Pittsburgh Steelers, They win in at home, and the way the Raiders came in, they had that rival game that they had and went on to squeak out a victory over the Ravens 18-16. As you can see, man, this is always a tough game to play, especially when you're playing Steeler country. So these two teams definitely don't like one another. And
rumbles for a first down. Olway got in there defensively
this is going to come
for
down
the Ravens, but a new set of downs for Pittsburgh to work with in Cincinnati.
Over that AFC North.
6.
So big shout out, again, man, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin got them boys playing. And that's what the Steelers do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do, man. That's my other child, man. That's what they do over there in that AFC. So we'll see how this season go for them. Still a lot of football to be played, but right now they're sitting at the top spot, the top position. Also, you had the
like everybody else,
Los Angeles Raiders taking on Miami Dolphins.
And he tried to make a man miss as he came back. He's
and
got
Tua,
a first down
being back, I think he definitely
hosts
the Miami Dolphins lineup. I don't know what's going on in Raider Nation. You got some Raider fans, but you don't see them anymore when they're losing. So this is what happened today. The Dolphins take them down 34-19. And I don't know if the Dolphins, that's going to be one for the road, so to speak, in terms of them getting back on pace and trying to move up in their division. We shall see. Again, the AFC East is still wide open, I believe. No one is really taking command in that division. But with other scores, you got the man, when I tell you the Falcons, I don't know if they pretenders, man. I believe that they are because the Broncos went in and did a number on the Atlanta Falcons, man, 38-6. Green Bay defeated the Bears 20-19. The Indianapolis Colts over the Jets 28-7. Aaron Rodgers' problem still continues. I don't know if he really ever came back from that Achilles injury, man. I mean, I really don't know. Now they saying maybe he need to be in a different offense, but is that not the offense that he chose, he wanted to be in? Well, nevertheless, it is what it is. Um, let's see what else we got on the other scores. We got, oh man, Seattle Seahawks. Oh, I got my boy, just when I'm saying it, man, the Seattle Seahawks. What's up to my boy Curtis Blow Medlock? Yeah, man. Let me put you up here for another one. Get away like the Cowboys. Trash. Yeah, and I was just gonna call that score out, man. I know, Blow. Yeah, Seattle, man, holds on to defeat San Francisco 49ers 20-17. You know, it's crazy because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Arizona, they had a bye today. They was off today. Arizona, Carolina Panthers, New York Giants, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But you want to try to start separating yourself, man, and expanding yourself a little bit from these other teams, because now it's beginning to get into the real thick of the schedule. You only have I think it's only if they 10-1, so it's about 11, probably about 6 more games left of the season. So yeah, 6 more games left. And I haven't checked the standings. Maybe you can shout that out, put that in the chat, let me know where y'all. I think y'all may be in second place right about now, or maybe tied with Arizona. Arizona was off again this week, but they fall to the Seattle Seahawks after thrashing them early in the year. They fall 20-17. We shall see, though, man. Still 6 games. 6 games mean a lot, you know. I mean, you know, it can come right down to the wire. It really, really can. So also we got the Vikings over the Tennessee Titans 23-13. The Saints, they beat up on the lowly Cleveland Browns 35-14. And the Lions, Detroit Lions, man, I think is the best team in the NFC conference right now. Detroit Lions, they blast the Jacksonville Jaguars. And man, I gotta hear this from Blessings. You know, Blessings, that's that. She got that Detroit, Michigan spirit, man, and she's really rooting for those Lions, man. And the Lions are playing lights out right now. I think that's the most points that they've ever scored in franchise history, if I'm not mistaken. And if that is the case, 52 points. Blessings, let me tell you something. We've done that so many times. I mean, we put 52 on the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. And had it not been from Leon Lett, you know, won a show bowl, we would have put 60 points on the Buffalo Bills. Y'all just now scoring 52 points in all the years the Detroit Lions have been on the scene. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, big shout out to Blessings, man, and her Detroit Lions. They blast again the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then you had the Rams defeated the New England Patriots 28-22. Tonight, Sunday Night Football game is the Cincinnati Bengals is taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. That should be a good one. I think the Bengals are trying to still fight their way, turn that thing around, and try to get into these playoffs. But again, 6 more games left in the season. Who knows? Anything can happen. If the Dallas Cowboys win tomorrow, who knows? Maybe they can get in there. Not. I know the Cowboys trash, Blow. You ain't got to let me have it, man. I know they trash. They sure live trash. But at the same time, we're going to keep on keeping on, man. I hope they don't win another game. That's just me personally, because I love to see them boys, man, get into the top 3, maybe 5 pick. Go get Shador Sanders, man. Maybe Travis Hunter, who knows, or either Ashton Shanti, the running back out of Boise State. But we shall see. We shall see. But let's flip over here real quick and talk about these college games, man. It was a lot of great games that was played. I want to talk a little bit about the rankings right now. The top 12, we won't deal with top 25 because top 12 is going to shape out the teams that may make the playoffs. And at this point in time, if it were to start today, the playoffs were to start today, I'm rooting big for the Colorado Buffaloes, who took down the Utah Utes. And you see Shador Sanders right here doing his thing like he normally do, man. I just like to see them boys get in it. I really would like to see them boys get in it.
Give me that.
Because I think they got a lot of skilled players at the skill positions, them Western guys. Deal Jabril on this sportscast show right here, the Replay Sports Show. Hit the subscribe, like, share, notification button for me so we can continue to grow the channel. I greatly appreciate that. We are streaming live right now over the airways of YouTube as well as Facebook. And believe me, I get a lot of comments, man, not just locally where we are right here in the DFW, but I get a lot of comments around the country, man, even when I'm not live. So I definitely appreciate you guys' support. So we're going to talk about something. You know, we talked about the NFL. We just got through finishing talking about the college football. But what we haven't talked about is Friday night's fight. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson went at Jake Paul. And I want to get y'all come inside in the chat. Let me know what y'all think about it. But, you know, I posted a couple of things prior to the fight. I did. I posted about when Mike Tyson slapped him at the weigh-in. And then I came back and posted after the fight because I didn't know, like I said, Mike Tyson came in, won a knee brace. And I only made jokes about it because I never saw the knee brace in training until later on. I think the last couple of weeks he wound up putting a knee brace on or what have you. But then, again, I was caught off guard because as he was walking into the ring, I didn't know if he was there to go play basketball or what, man. Just didn't look right. Kind of looked like Earl Spence in a sense. I'm like, you know, what is this happening? What's going on? But I want to hear from you guys too, man. Y'all can chat out in the comment because I'm going to give you my take on it. Now that I've delved a little bit deeper, I got a little bit more information. And what it come to find out that this whole thing was scripted. Now, I know what you probably be saying, man, seriously, you didn't think this was going to be scripted or whatever? Because I know in the beginning they kept talking about they was talking and discussing about this was just going to be an exhibition, kind of the same way when he fought Roy Jones Jr. But then the tide kind of changed once Jake Paul began to, you know, try to degrade Mike Tyson by calling him out and saying different things about Mike Tyson. So he kind of made it interesting from that perspective. But I'm gonna play a little bit of clip, and then y'all let me know because what I saw on Friday night, I definitely didn't see during Mike Tyson's training. When Mike Tyson was training, he looked, I'm not saying he was Mike Tyson old. Don't get me, nobody's going to say that. But I'm saying he was a lot better than what he showed in training than what he showed on Friday night. That's a fact. A whole lot better. So I just want to show the training part versus these so-called 97 punches that he threw, which was only 18% that connected. And then he did more biting on his gloves than anything else. So I want to play this clip right here.
The fun just begun. Day 2, we're getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Day 3, you still want to fuck with me? One more. Day 4, no, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
Now look at that. Tell me if you saw any knee brace on Mike Tyson. Did you see the bob and the head weave and how quick he was moving into his target? That just wasn't the Mike Tyson that we saw on Friday night. I'm not saying that, you know, the results wouldn't have still been the results. Maybe he got tired, maybe whatever it was. But come to find out, they was talking about the contract had all these incentives, and it was an incentivized contract where if Mike Tyson knocked out Jake Paul, then he wouldn't receive, you know, a certain X amount of money. It was man, they talked about this contract. I'm talking about in depth. Things that I didn't even know. I didn't know that the Texas Department of League is something TDL, or I think it's on this other clip. I think they're talking about on this other clip I'll show in just a second, how if they didn't put any type of stipulation or regulations, because they got to sanction these fights. Mike Tyson have had previous health conditions, being age 58. So the state of Texas wanted them to put some type of ramifications inside the contract. And had they not done that, the fight would have never took place. But this is another clip that they was talking about. Let's see.
Has reportedly left Jake Paul terrified, according to inside sources. Tyson's intense training session with Mayweather, a master of defense and ring IQ, may represent a new level of preparation that Jake Paul hadn't anticipated. For Paul, who has been confidently building his boxing career, the idea of facing a Tyson influenced by Mayweather's expertise could be a daunting prospect.
That's it. Let's keep it roll. One shot. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, look where you left focus when you finish, Mike.
The footage shows Tyson sharpening his skills under Mayweather's watchful eye, showcasing a combination of brutal power and newly polished defensive skills. Mayweather's influence is apparent as Tyson moves more strategically, utilizing his footwork to control the ring and reserving his energy for well-timed attacks. With Mayweather's guidance, Tyson is likely learning how to pace himself, an aspect of the fight that could prevent him from burning out early. For Jake Paul, known for his stamina and willingness to go the distance, this could be a problem. Facing a Tyson who is not only powerful, paced could mean dealing with a relentless offensive force.
So again, my apologies about that, but again, you know, you see in that training session right there a little flashes of Mike Tyson of old. Again, he was head bobbing, moving toward his target. He was a little bit more quick, a little bit more swifter. I didn't see any of that on Friday. And it leads me, you know, to believe like those who was talking about this fight being scripted. You know, I didn't, man. I mean, I'm sitting there looking at the fight. I'm thinking to myself, well, if this was supposed to be real, I definitely didn't get the memo. And I'm just happy, man, that Jake Paul, after the slap at the weigh-in, because I think that was for real, because he stepped on Tyson's feet, and Tyson always talked about how he have bad feet. You know. I'm just glad, man. I kept sitting there, man, just hoping and praying that this guy don't hit this man with one of those solid right hands, and it does, you know, some real damage to Mike Tyson. Because I would like to think that Tyson did that for the joy of the sport, a sport that he still loves, obviously, but not that he needed the money, you know, because again, $20 million, a no amount of money in that case, it's worth you risking your health. And that was my biggest concern. That truly was my biggest concern. If he'd have stepped in that ring and came out, man, with some type of he was already suffering from hypertension, blood pressure, things of this nature. They was talking about him having to have like a blood transfusion back in June when he had the ulcers and all of that. And I'm just wondering, you know, when I saw Mike Tyson inside the ring, or prior to going inside the ring with the knee brace and all of that, and then after the third round, I'm looking at how he's kind of, you know, his footwork wasn't right. He wasn't moving, kind of like he was grasping for air. There was a lot of things that was taking place, man. So I was like, come on, man. Like I said before, man, Mike, you gave us some great memories, man. We love you. You're going to go down as you're already boxing Hall of Famer, man. You're going to go down as one of the greatest champions ever to live, the youngest heavyweight champion of all time, you know, when he took the belt at age 20. So you have nothing else to prove to those who watched you. And for those who didn't get a chance to see a young Mike Tyson, let me just give y'all a little flashback.
Tonight, I wonder if that's a change of plan.
Oh, what a left hook. Let's have another look at this now.
Well, it was a beautiful punch, bang on the chin. Now you can see the way he goes down, first of all, loses all control. Then you can see the actual time he took to get back up onto his feet again.
Yeah, there it is there. He's got the left hand that he was talking about, but the way he slips inside is he's such a good defensive fighter, Tyson. People forget that.
A fighter cannot be saved by the bell as the big right hand lands. Tyson knows he's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Steele has been...
A fighter cannot be saved by the bell as the big right hand lands. Tyson knows he's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it...
Hey, Mike Tyson, a fellow for whom everybody predicts a great future. If they can find some fights for him.
With Cooney and Carl Williams in their training camps, and he was quoted as saying not too many weeks ago that
Mike's strikes in. He leads with the right hand. Down he goes. Michael Tyson just absolutely attacked him. Watch this. He bangs him right back. And you see very, very quickly. Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt. Razor is down. Marvis in the corner and trapped. There it was. Just clipped him right on the chin. The left was unnecessary. Marvis is badly hurt at this point. Uppercut again. And there, Marvis is out on his feet. Everything after this is just incidental.
Tell what another punch hurt.
Tubbs is hurt. Tubbs is hurt badly. At the left hands, which did the damage.
Well, Tyson now starting to find his range. That left hook there pretty much spoke for itself. It's self-explanatory because it was a short and powerful left hook that put Tony Tubbs down.
He should be hanging on. Down with the right hand, the left hand. He's got to hang on or he'll stop the fight. Down he goes.
He should be hanging on. Down with the right hand, the left hand. He's got to hang on or he'll stop the fight.
This is it. He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over.
Now, that's just a little, back down memory lane kind of thing for those of us who grew up watching Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, not Wood Mike Tyson, that Mike Tyson from back in the day. That Mike Tyson, we understand you weren't going to last, 90 seconds in the ring with this brother from back then. But again, I'm glad that he was able to walk out of the ring with all his faculties in place. I think that the thing was scripted as well. Again, all you got to do is go back and look at his training session. And I didn't see any of that on Friday. Had I saw that, maybe I'll look at it a little bit different. But again, I don't even think, Jake Paul needs to go and fight someone closer to his age and get a real boxing match and not, do these things for publicity. But anyway, let's transition right quick before we close out the show. I want to talk about my Dallas Mavericks. They did end that losing streak of 4 games defeating the San Antonio Spurs. Man, I'm telling you, the Mavericks have really been struggling to close these games. Now, they had about 4 or 5 games. I'm talking
pretty
about
big shoes to fill the third time.
The other night against the Utah Jazz, likewise, when they faced the Denver Nuggets, and there was a couple of opponents, man. But man, they had people in and out of the lineup.
Drive here by Luka.
Lively missed some games. PJ Washington missed some games, but they finally broke through. I don't think Kyrie Irving played the other night when they played Utah up in Utah. So big shout out to my Dallas Mavericks. We're gonna get it together. We're still, learning one another. Again, we lost a real close game to the Golden State Warriors as well on Klay Thompson's return to Golden State. But we got to see them at least another 3 times. So we're going to still work through the kinks and get through all of this. No big deal. It's still early in the season. They got so much basketball to be played, but I want to definitely just give my Dallas Mavericks a shout out. But again, we're going to be coming back. The Dallas Cowboys tomorrow is facing the Houston Texans. So on Monday Night Football, I don't think Dallas played on Monday Night Football in quite some time. I don't know if they had a game last year on Monday Night Football. I could be wrong. I need to fact check that. But yeah, they take on the Houston Texans, and the Houston Texans have lost the last 2 games. And I'm going to be honest with you. If the Texans lose tomorrow, man, I'm going to be really upset, to be honest with you, if the Texans lose tomorrow, simply because I need for the Texans to win. I need for them to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, I'm saying it. I want the Dallas Cowboys not to win another game. I want them to just go ahead and not trash the season. I want them to tank the season. I want them to tank the season. Yes, trying to get a draft pick, get rid of this trash, Mike McCarthy and them, and get rid of all of that. Bring in some young, fresh. I believe if you can get the #1 pick, man, you can get Deion away from Colorado, because he's going to definitely go draft his son, Shedeur Sanders. So, and then, he's going to go get his other son, Shiloh. So I just want some new blood, man. And I know I hear what y'all saying. As long as Jerry Jones there, man, ain't going to make no difference anyway. But you know what? At least I want to see. I'm not going to give up, man. It's still Cowboy Nation, man. Still America's team. It's still what it is. I got big shout out to Blessings. I already talked about your Detroit Lions. I see you in the house. Big shout out to Blessings. Yes, we understand that y'all beat the doggone lonely Jacksonville Jaguars. I called it out 52-6. Okay, whoop-de-whoop. No, but I don't have no problem with the Detroit Lions. If they happen to get to their first Super Bowl and win it. You got to win it now. You just can't get there. You got to win it all because it's so tough to get there. And we've been there 8 times. So it's so tough to get there. But if you get there, you got to win it. And if you win it and you bring it back to the city of Detroit, man, that'll be so great. The same way the New Orleans Saints back in the day when they won a Super Bowl and brought it back to New Orleans, that was one of those deals where they really, really needed that. So I'm a root for it. If the Cowboys not in it, man, I like to see somebody like the Detroit Lions come up and take the mantle and do what they do because it would have been a long time coming. So big shout out to the Detroit Lions again. They blasted the Jacksonville Jaguars 52-6. Let me see. Let me go over here into the chat right quick because I know he's chatting out over here because Blessings up there. Oh, she say we will watch. We will watch. Well, the NFC pretty much is after the Detroit Lions. I think they are the big dogs right now, no doubt about it. But underneath them, it's still wide open. We just got to talk about the San Francisco 49ers losing to the Seattle Seahawks, and that's a tight division race over in the NFC West because you still got Arizona, Seattle, of course, and the Rams. So they're fighting it out over there. I'm not going to even talk about the NFC East right now because right now we know the Philadelphia Eagles sitting atop with the Washington Commanders, the Cowboys in third, and of course the lonely New York Giants is in last place. But we'll see. I mean, it's still some football to be played. It's still a few games to be played, and it's coming down to the wire. So I'm not going to take nothing away from the Detroit Lions. I think, again, that they are the team to beat, but you got to finish the deal. That's all I'm saying. You have to finish the deal because it's nothing like getting there and then you lose. Oh, my goodness. I mean, this started way back in the OTAs back in May, so to get there and then lose, oh, my goodness. But y'all got my guy, Aaron Glenn, as a defensive coordinator, man, and Aaron is a individual, man, I've done business with in the past, and I'm rooting for Aaron Glenn, and hopefully, who knows? I mean, if Dion wasn't available, they give him an opportunity, a real opportunity to interview Aaron Glenn, or maybe Al Harris that's on the staff. I'd love to see the Dallas Cowboys hire their first African-American head coach in franchise history, in the organization history. So they need to change that narrative. Unlike the Houston Texans, man, they show African-American head coaches a lot of love. They've hired at least 3. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the end with all of that. But yeah, I had to shout y'all out earlier, Blessing. So, but anyway, we've talked about it all, guys. It was a great weekend, fun-filled weekend. I hope that you all enjoyed your weekend. I know it's back to the grindstone tomorrow, but again, the Dallas Cowboys are taking on the Houston Texans. I don't think that's a game that the Houston Texans just can afford to lose. But anything can happen because if the Dallas Cowboys go in there with like nothing to lose, let's just play the game. You just never know. I don't see it happening. I don't want it to happen because, again, I want to get a big pick. I want to get one of them picks, man, where we can, unload that contract. I wish Jerry would have just saved, just waited, but he didn't do it. He pulled the trigger, paid Dak. And I just wanted to see Shedeur Sanders, man, back there. I just want to see something different. That's just me, my personal opinion. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for hopping on with me. This has been the replay, but we're still trying to make your day. Don't forget to please hit that like, subscribe, share, and notification button. We're still growing the channel. I appreciate y'all's support. I really do. And we're going to be back. We're going to be uploading on the other channel. Don't forget, Black Rockets. Those are more serious concerns that we try to address. And again, I think I'm going to be bringing back Metaphors of Love. Are we listening? But I think I'm going to move over to the TikTok space over there. My cousin, man, he been on me about coming over to TikTok. So I might take Metaphors of Love and bring it back once some of the dust settle. All right. So I appreciate y'all hopping on with me. This is the replay where we're still trying to make your day again. Again, do not forget to hit that subscribe, like, and share button. I hope y'all had a beautiful weekend, and we're going to see y'all real soon. God bless.